Hello there. Today we're going to work on a tiny art piece for the Abbotsford Arts Council. Here I am holding my baby painting, like the proud mom that I am, but that's getting ahead of ourselves. Let's take it back a bit. We're going to need some paper, a sketchbook, some paintbrushes, some paints, and fine liners. With this exhibition, every art piece that is shown will be 4 by 4 inches, which is a huge challenge for me. In my style, I love adding as much detail as I can, so working small is something I'm not familiar with. We'll start in our sketchbooks, which is my favorite part of the whole process. My inspiration for this piece is vintage circus posters and clowns. This is the part where I can just idea vomit onto the page. I started off by focusing on a human character, then quickly fell into whimsy and drew a cat clown, and lastly I drew a goose. With these 3 ideas before me, I quickly realized that the goose was superior and I sketched him out onto my final page. At this point, I bust out my watercolors and start playing with color schemes. Here are a few that I mapped out and ended up going with, actually. If you know anything about color theory, purple and yellow, blue and orange are contrasting colors, which means that they will stand out next to one another on the paper. I found this gold paint hidden away in my supplies and saw that it had a tinge of yellow and orange to it, so I focused my goose's clothing in blues and purples so they all contrasted one another. I'm popping back in here to explain my next step in this piece. I've just grabbed my gouache palette, which will be my paints for the background. Using yellow gouache as a base for where all the gold will be. I'm also using this Jelly Roll white pen to highlight some of the details. honestly feel like this piece was just an excuse to use gold paint. Also, the little blush on the cheeks was something I had envisioned in all my concept sketches, which definitely was a leading factor in this clown piece idea that I had. Here I am, completely risking it all and freehanding my gold outline. It's very satisfying to watch back, but in the moment I was so stressed. Now I'm grabbing a Micron fineliner number 2 to add in some details. I love adding so many small details into my drawings, which was a huge challenge when doing this tiny drawing because it's hard to fit so many details in such tiny a space. But here I will just outline the character and some small details like the feathers, some clothing wrinkles, and the little puff button on the clown costume. So because I'm not using a canvas like most artists will in this exhibition, I had to mount my piece on something. My brother found this piece of wood from his construction worksite scraps, and he cut it down for me, and I added these hooks and wire myself so it can hang on the wall. I simply glued my piece onto the board, but you didn't see me waiting around for 20 minutes, holding it so it would dry flat. Then I painted the sides gold, and it's done. The gold shines whenever the sun catches it, which I absolutely adore. I have decided to call it Silly Goose.